When I travel, an essential piece that I always bring along is a good book, or three. Why is that? Books change our world, or at least they change how we think about and engage with the world. Books shape the flow of history. So, for example, Adolf Hitler's Mein Kampf started a Holocaust and a world war. Karl Marx and the Communist Manifesto shaped the course of the 20th century and the Cold War. The works of Socrates are the cornerstone of Western philosophy, even now, 2,000 years later. And of course, the Bible deeply impacted the Roman Empire and really Western civilization as a whole. The point is, good books are not for the lazy mind. Books expand our minds and how we contemplate life. They are at once the most controversial and the most beloved carriers of thought. So, I say books are the perfect travel companion, which I know I'm a bit antiquated, but I travel with physical books because I think ebooks are just kind of lame. So anytime I travel, you can always find me carrying a good book or two. There's something about the space of getting away and when I'm in a different environment that helps me get into a different mindset, a different headspace, and a way of thinking about things. I found the pairing of travel and a good book to be nigh perfection. Will Durant wrote a fantastic book called The Greatest Minds of Our Time, where he describes the influence and impact that books have had on the course of history. That book by Durant has had a profound influence on how I view the world and how I view learning and good books. There's a couple of key points from there that I want to pull out for this video. He describes those that discover new things and write them down for us to understand them as standing on the edge of knowledge and holding the light a little further ahead. He describes the library as the mental heritage of our race. And my favorite, let me have 7 hours a week and I will make a scholar and a philosopher out of you. And I found that to be so true. It continues to astound me how much I can learn and develop in my knowledge by simply reading for half an hour every day. When I look at my library, I can almost get overwhelmed. Like, the sheer amount of knowledge and work in these books is enough to about make me dizzy. For instance, you can look at, say, Sir Isaac Newton. You know, I can sit down and read this and get the culmination of his entire life's work in the principles of mathematics. Or you can grab a book of Socrates, which really lays the foundation stone for Western philosophy as we know it today. That's just incredible to me. Descartes, Kant, Thomas Aquinas, Plato, Homer, Augustine, these are all people who massively influenced how we think about civilization, philosophy, humanity as a whole, history as we know it. They, and so many others like them, have had such a profound impact on the world we have today that it's almost impossible to overstate that fact. And I can simply sit right here in my library and get an understanding of the ideas that exist today, where they came from, how they came to be, and why that matters to us. That is just an extraordinary fact. Good books are some of the best investment you can make. So stay curious, learn well, develop your mind. There's a whole world out there waiting for you to discover it. If you found this video interesting, make sure and check out my podcast that I do with my friend Jaren about the books that we're reading. Check out my newsletter where I write about the things I'm learning and what I'm curious about. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.